guys, my name is Matt, owner, operator of Rebel Reaper Clothing Company. Now, the topic of this video is we are going to be talking about this bike in the back, which is a 2020 Harley-Davidson FXLRS build that I'm currently working on, and I'll explain the current upgrades that are on it. But I do want to go in detail real quick. As we're making this series, this is the first that we're making this YouTube channel, okay? But I've done other bikes in the past, and I figured, you know, I made a New Year's resolution, at least in 2022, as far as the company. If you're not familiar, go ahead and check us out, Rebel Reaper Clothing Company. We're based out of here in Phoenix, Arizona. I've built quite a few bikes in the past myself, but I wouldn't consider them, you know, each and every single one that I've done. I never really took the time to document them. So that's the whole point of this video. I hope I'm not jerking around too much. Trust me, the production quality will get a little bit better, and a lot of you guys are probably used to these big YouTubers out there making these huge production series and cut clips and all that. That'll be coming in the future, all right? But for now, just keep up with me where we're at right now, all right? So behind me, this is a 2020 Harley-Davidson Lowrider FXLRS, the 114. I just picked this up a few months ago. I want to say, let's say back in October of 2021. So October, November, December, January. So I've only had this thing about 3 months right now, okay? So to get it to where it's at right now, and I'll go with the details as far as what we've done so far, but we are going to be turning in this thing into something absolutely insane, okay? Now, I will give you a tour of my other previous bikes, which is a 2007 Harley-Davidson Dyna Lowrider, and I'll give you the details about that one in another video. And I might, at some point, give you a little tour of my 1962 Chevy Nova. We'll do that in another video too. But going into this, all right? So let's get a little bit in depth. So a lot of you guys are probably familiar with this by now. It's been out for a little while. The 2020 Lowrider FXLRS. I really, really love this bike. As far as my personal stance, as far as my riding style, this fit everything I need. It hit the bill. Absolutely fell in love with this bike when I first took it out. And it was a hard choice between the Street Bob, the FXBB, and the Fat Bob. But after riding on this, you know, the stance, the look, the wheels, everything just aesthetically, you know, was perfect for me and my style and the direction I want to bring this bike. Now you guys will notice a few upgrades. When I initially got this, and I'll post a picture up right now. So that's what it used to look like. And this is where we're currently at. You'll notice there's no tins, there's nothing on here. That's because it's currently in paint over at my buddy Steven McLaughlin here in Phoenix, Arizona. He's my custom painter that paints on my bikes. And we'll just have to wait and see how that turns out. So let's go over a few upgrades that are currently here. One of the biggest first upgrades that I typically go for are the seat, the exhaust, and usually the handlebar setup. Most of my other bikes, and I'll show you my other bike, the 2007 Dyna, you'll notice that typically what I do is I convert the handlebars to 7/8 Pro Taper style handlebars. And I'll go into detail in another video about that. But right now, this is just a first video, okay? I'm just giving you a kind of an update. And I kind of wish I took other videos before this video, but here we are, and we're just gonna go with it, all right? So this is what I've done so far. We have the 2-in-1 TBR turnout exhaust, which sounds absolutely great. I'd start it up right now for the video, but unfortunately, I have no gas tank, so I can't start it up. So I decided to go with our friends over at Saddlemen, which, woo, they put a new logo on our Saddlemen seat for Rebel Reaper. Very cool. It's got brown stitching. So I went with the tuck and roll with the LS stitch on the side, and then the Rebel Reaper stitching in brown on all black. So I haven't decided if I'm gonna do that or keep the one that I originally had, which was all brown seat, but we'll see how it looks when it comes out of paint. A couple other small upgrades, you know, besides the seats. So I have Elite Touring. They make a kit that goes to the back end of your rear struts that attaches here and here. and make a kit so you can attach Pelican bags to the back. So you guys will see that later on. Pretty excited about that. We decided to go with a chain kit back here. I know it's a little difficult to see, but also, man, I know it's really dark over in this corner, but RWD. So decided to go with our friends over at Russ Wehrman Designs. Absolutely cool guys. Met them in person at an event we did back at Simi Valley Harley Davidson a few years ago. So I decided to go with the monoshock 13.5. It really brings up the rear end. Very nice for my personal preference as far as stance. I think it looks great. Obviously you can't really tell too much right now because again, I got no tins. So moving on, same thing with Russ Wehrman Designs. You guys obviously know, and you're probably familiar with this, and if you're not familiar with this, this is the FXRT front fairing mounting bracket. And obviously there's no fairing yet because that's in paint. So that's what's currently on it right here. I'm mocking it up, kind of playing around with it. It's just a mock-up. It's not firmly put in there yet. And if you guys need any help or instructions, or you maybe want to make another video on how to mount these things, I'm more than happy to do that for you guys. Now, the bars were here when I bought it, and these look like the Biltwell Murdoch risers, and I can't tell if they're 9-inch or 10-inch, but I'm pretty sure they're about 10. So those came with the bike, and I'm pretty sure these are Biltwell bars as well. I think they're the tracker style bars, not too sure. They got the Arlen-esque grips. I might be changing this whole setup later on, but for now I'm okay with it. I did these, are the gauge relocation, and you can pretty much get these anywhere. I think these were Drag Specialties. And yeah, you can put your gauges up on the front. So instead of looking down, while you're riding, you can just look straight up and not have to worry about hitting anything while you're driving. What else we got? So I haven't decided. Normally for my bikes, I'll do the Lindahl rotors, but I think it's kind of unnecessary. I mean, this thing stops on a dime with the dual disc front end brakes, and the inverted front end is absolutely insane. Huge difference. And I will tell you, when I drove the 114, it might not seem like that big of a difference, but if you've never been on the 114 yet, I suggest you go ahead and take it for a test ride. Absolutely let it rip, wide open it, and just enjoy it. And that honestly is what made me fall in love with bikes again. Is this 114, these Milwaukee 8s are absolutely nuts. So you got motocross foot pegs, flow, and a couple of these little small accidents. I'll show you a little bit later, but I think there's a company called CMM Motoshop on Instagram, and they make some custom pieces, at least for the FXLRS, little accent pieces like the one I just showed you there with the middle finger. Well, I think that's pretty much it so far. Oh, these are IMZ Z Elites front crash bars. Threw those on. I do owe a little bit of, do want to give some shout out to my buddies at Fastlane MC here in Phoenix, Arizona. Jeremy, great guy. He's helped me out with a few of these upgrades, throwing them on. When you run a full-fledged business, and I'll explain as you guys get to know me and you get to know this page, what I do specifically with the company. I'll bring you guys along. You guys will understand Rebel Reaper a little bit more. And I just don't have the time like I used to be able to wrench on my bikes. So sometimes, my buddy Jeremy, Fastlane MC, will come in here, help me out with a few upgrades when I don't have the time and I just want to be on the road. So instead of just having my bike sit here. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed it so far. Got a few parts I still got to throw on there, but I think it's looking good so far. Hope you guys enjoy this. It's going to be fun. And like I said, I'm just doing this for fun. Not trying to get Instagram famous or YouTube famous. This is all just for our customers. Just showing you guys, bringing you guys along this journey, having fun, enjoying what motorcycles are all about, what old school classic cars are all about. I'll show you guys a little bit later. Go. You guys already know. Oof. Let's see. Yep, that's about it. All right, guys, so that's about it. Like I said, nothing crazy, nothing flashy, nothing over the top. All right, I just want to show you guys hold myself accountable, because like I said, one of my New Year's resolution was we're gonna do a lot more content this year, especially for our YouTube channel, and start bringing you guys along the journey with us while we're doing these kind of things, so you guys can enjoy the process with us. Remember guys, it's all about getting out there, just having fun, meeting new people, enjoying the ride, enjoying the build. I am gonna be, one thing I didn't mention in here is we're throwing in S&S 475 cams. So those will be going in there as well. I already have the Quickie push rods, which I would highly recommend if you're planning on doing the cams, which should bring your, at least that's what they claim, it should bring your horsepower at least over the 100 horsepower mark. And to me, I think that's plenty. Unless you're out here drag racing or you're got something to prove, then I guess you can go for a little bit more. But to me, at least for my riding preference and my style for now, that's good enough. So we're gonna be throwing the entire kit in there. I also, it was highly recommended by a buddy of mine to get the little tappets that go on the top, because the plastic tappets that are, at least as far as the M8 motors, they're not really as durable as these S&S tappets are. So I got this as a kit, just nice safety insurance in the event that anything happened. Another thing, got the Moons MC rear integrated taillight, and then I got the wire with it as well. So that'll be going in there. That way I can delete those ugly big rear turn signals that I'm just not really a big fan of. So I hope you guys enjoy this series. We're gonna do a little bit more videos. Hope I didn't bore you too much. Just go ahead and comment below. Let me know exactly what you guys wanna see. Again, I'm new to this, all right? I'm new to this and just getting used to bringing this whole YouTube thing along. I don't even know what the cool kids say these days, but I'll get the hang of it, all right? So if you wanna go ahead and comment below, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Rebel Reaper Clothing. You can find us there. We do a lot of apparel, mostly custom vests, jackets, jeans, shoes, hats, tees. I mean, name everything. I started this company back in 2016, just pressing t-shirts in my bedroom. And here we are now. We actually have a full-fledged 4,000 square foot storefront here in Phoenix, Arizona. And address is 3102 East Cactus Road. Anyone's welcome to stop by. Hope to see you guys soon. Hope you guys enjoy this channel. Go ahead and show us some love. Tell your friends about it. Go ahead and subscribe, like I said, and give us a follow on our social medias. We'll talk to you guys soon, all right? This is gonna be a fun one. Make sure you guys follow. Later.